us for this summit. I stand on already established protocols, and I want to just give you a brief introduction to the Policy Innovation Center. So the Policy Innovation Center is the first national institutionalized behavioral initiative in Africa. The center is an initiative of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, and the setup was supported with funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Why are we here? We know that in our country and globally, we face complex issues that are interrelated and dynamic. And so in thinking about policy, we need to ensure that they are human-centered, realistic, and address the multifaceted needs and challenges that people face in everyday lives. So the Policy Innovation Center was set up to advance evidence-driven, contextually relevant solutions to critical development priorities. And we do this by applying gender transformative and behavioral approaches to deliver high-impact interventions across a wide range of sectors. Our vision is simple: to deliver better policies and innovative solutions for social impact. And our mission is to improve policies and programs using gender transformative and behavioral approaches to drive social change. Our core values are innovation, that's why we are the Policy Innovation Center anyway, social impact, collaboration, accountability, and inclusion. Inclusion is at the core of our work. And we work across 6 pillars: evidence-based policy, behavioral insights application, gender and social inclusion, social and behavioral research, social and behavior change, and capacity development. We work across 7 sectors: health, education, gender and inclusion, accountability, transparency and governance, inclusive digital transformation, agriculture, climate and food security, poverty, livelihood, and jobs. And our approach is we have a 3-pronged approach. We do our diagnostics with a behavioral focus, design with a human-centered approach, and delivery with sustainable and contextually relevant approaches. So I'll just speak very briefly about our work, which speaks to why we are here today. Our gender and social inclusion program is focused on supporting a policy-enabling environment for gender and social inclusion, gender system strengthening, and gender transformative programming. And those pillars, we have 3 pillars: policy and governance, gender system strengthening, and gender portfolio management. Why are we here today? We realized that there was no dedicated platform for evidence-driven dialogues, policy advocacy, and sort of an annual check-in on the progress or challenges being made in advancing gender equality and social inclusion in Nigeria. So our GESI program is focused on ensuring that we sustain advocacy and collective action through this dedicated platform to ensure that we can drive political will through multi-sectoral, multi-stakeholder dialogues. And the solution to that problem was to conceptualize the Gender and Inclusion Summit in 2022 as an annual event to provide this inclusive platform for conversations to emerge so that we can drive better policy and programming in Nigeria. So the summit, this is the 2nd edition. The 1st edition of the Gender and Inclusion Summit was last year. We had 700 people physical. We had 9,000 join online, and we had a wide reach across different platforms. And it doesn't just stop at the summit. So to ensure that advocacy is sustained over the next year, we have developed the Purple Book, which is a curation of policies and program recommendations from the Gender and Inclusion Summit. So the 1st edition of the Purple Book was launched in May 2023. You can still scan the barcode at the PIC, the Policy Innovation Center exhibition booth, to download a copy. And just speaking briefly to other flagship projects of the Policy Innovation Center, we have a behavioral innovation lab. You saw some of that in the pictures where you saw something about vote selling. That was done by the Behavioral Innovation Lab. We also have a gender and development course that we conceptualized in April 2022 in partnership with the Center for Gender and Social Policy Studies at the University of Ife. Until date, we have trained over 200 people. It runs April and October every year. And then the Gender and Inclusion Summit, we also host a Behavioral Insights and Accountability and Transparency course, and then a Behavioral Insights Nigeria Transparency and Accountability Fellowship. And this is just the PIC in pictures, some of our work around vote selling through Behavioral Insights earlier this year. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy the summit.